Good afternoon, friends, and welcome to Rolling to May Inspired. My name is Kelly. Here's my pals, Mr. Wilby, Miss Pickles, and little baby Wilby Pickles. And if you're seeing that red live button up at the top, that means you're catching us live, and I hope you are, because we are crafting today with a Stand Tall crafting group. So come on in, friends. Say hello when you pop on so we know who's there. I'm going to light up my positivity candle, because we always could use more positivity in this world, and we're going to light that bad boy up and sit it right over here. And I'm going to bring my page up so I can see some comments. We're going to get to crafting. Miss Carol Ruth is just finishing up over on her page. She's finishing up her cutie patootie little craft. Whoa, what the heck did I just do? I hate how this comes up now. I just went to a giant pumpkin. Oh, here I am. Here I am. Oh, I did it again. Oh. Hello, Miss Kathy. How are you, Miss Kathy? Okay, come on. Come upright. Oh, I hate this. Oh, now I'm on copycat Velveeta cheese. Oh, shoot. Maybe I got to click on myself. Let's see. Play. Maybe that's what I got to do. No. I don't know what I have to do. I don't understand why this does this, you guys. Does anybody understand why it does this? It like comes up as a reel. Hello, Miss Alita and Miss Robin. And I try to not, I want to just make it so I can see my comments, but today it's not letting me do what. Okay, hold on. Maybe if I make it big. Something isn't working. Save the reel. No. Hello, Miss Krista. I'm trying to get my stupid thing to pop up here so I can see comments. It's irritating me. It's irritating. I don't think I told Mother I was going live. I forgot. Oh, I think it's going to work. I think it's going to work. I think it's going to work. I think it's working. Oh, yes. Here we go. Here we go. So I'm going to slide our pals over here to the right so they can just sit here and take it all in. And you guys, I'm so excited. I cut something on my laser. I didn't use my laser in like 112 days because it told me you haven't used your laser in 112 days. Like, yeah, because I suck at it and I'm trying to get better. But I cut this really stinking cute pattern and I'm so excited to show you guys. I made one last night. Hello, Miss Lana. Hello, Miss. Oh, great. You told her. Thank you. Hello, Miss Lori, you guys. We're going to start out using Dixie Bells, 2 Dixie Bells today. Now, this is going to be a little bit different. My grandma name is Pippi, like Pippi Longstocking. Yes, Pippi. And we're hoping that she doesn't call me Pee-Pee. Probably if her grandpa, which is my husband, calls me Pee-Pee, that will be what she'll call me. Hello, Miss Marlene. Yes, you guys, my granddaughter was born last night at 11:39. Whew. I was on the phone with my son. Well, I was texting with my son throughout the evening, and finally I had to go to bed. And then I got freaked out when I woke up at like 1 o'clock, and there was no more messages, like nothing came through. Well, so she was laboring for about, I think all total it was, I mean, it doesn't sound like a very long time because it was like, I mean, she was laboring all day, but I mean, active labor where she's actually pushing, I think was like maybe an hour and a half, I think maybe they said, or something like that. It didn't take that long, but by the time they did that and by the time they got all set, I got a picture of her at like 3:15 this morning because it just happened to be that her mom, or EY's mom, and myself were awake at like the same time in the middle of the night. And her mom texted me, and we were both like, "What's happening? Like, we haven't heard anything." Nope, you haven't heard anything. Nope, I haven't heard anything either. And what's to say? I need to feed the cats and call my mom back. I'll be back when I can. You go do that, girls. Take care of your mama and your kitty cats. I asked EY if, or I told EY that I'm going to be live at 4, and I told her if she wanted to pop on, then, you know, if she was, because they've been resting in between when the baby's sleeping. So I told her if she wanted to pop on. I'm still not saying the baby's name. I think we can, but I want them to say it, you know, because it was such a big thing for them. So, but yes, we have a healthy baby girl. She weighs 8 pounds and 8.08 ounces, and she's 21 inches long, born at 11:39 last night. So right before midnight. So you guys, we're going to use some Dixie Belle in the navy. So my snowman's going to have a blue hat. Okay? I mean, not all snowmen have to have a black hat, right? They can have a green hat, red hat, but this is going to be kind of like almost kind of like a kind of a wintry fallish. I don't know. I'm going to kind of make it. Yeah. So, I'm sure she'd be fine, but I just like I'm respecting like until they post a picture of her online. I'm not posting any of pictures of her on, you know, like on a live, or, I mean, like on a Facebook page, like my personal page, or, you know what I'm saying, because that's for them too. But I said, as soon as they, you know, make that public information, if they do, I mean, I assume they probably will. But if they do, and when, I will just copy that post over to my Rowena May Inspired page. Okay, so this is the, if you wondered, this is like the little wonky, this is a little cute little wonky snowman. Look at him. So this is the brim of the hat that I just painted with the in the navy, and I'm going to paint the top part, of course. I know, welcome to the Grandma Club. I'm just so excited. So, and then Mother, she's the great grandma. Mother might be out mowing her lawn, now I think about it, because she went with us to the hospital. Yeah, so we got to work this morning, and we weren't really sure when we were going to get to see the baby, but I was like hoping we could see the baby today, because I'm antsy and I wanted to see the baby, but we were, again, giving them their time and their, because, you know, it was a whirlwind for the last couple of days, and they're just probably, she's just, my daughter-in-law is just like taking a breath finally, right? It floated your boat. Well, thank you. Hello, Miss Jennifer. Been looking on your page for over a week now. I know, right? Several been asking, is the baby here? Is the baby here? Nope, not yet. Nope, not yet. Well, she was due on the 1st and she came on the 10th. I mean, because she's got a lot of hair. And it's really dark. Okay, it's weird to me that they haven't, like, not my daughter-in-law or my son, but the hospital, they haven't really given her a bath yet. I guess they don't give them a bath till right before they leave. So she's got some crazy hair going on. She's so stinking cute. But, you know, like, she's so soft. Her skin is so soft. It's like, just like, they had her little onesie off her, because they've been doing that whole little skin-to-skin thing, and then, like, warming her up and, you know, getting, I don't know, the blood sugar or something. Miss Lori, they haven't really, like, said, like, out in the real world yet, so I'm not gonna say yet, because I just want them to be, like, the ones that say it before I say it. So it's like when we open the blinds or the curtains or whatever in the room. Did you tell me, or could you think Kathy would tell me? I know, Mother, I was gonna message you, but I forgot. So her hair is like, you can tell it's red, but like it's dark. She has a lot of it. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's gonna change. But the picture my son sent me at 3:15 this morning, I didn't notice. I mean, her head looked like super round, right? Because when my son was born, he was a big old cone head. But when we got there, they were like, she's got a cone head. You look a little closer. She does have a little cone head. It was so cute. I'm like, I did not see the cone head. They pointed it out. I'm like, well, like, father like daughter, I guess. But Mother and my son Colin and the baby, and I all got it like a 4-generation picture, which is super, super cool. We did a little, just in the hotel. I keep saying the hotel room, like we're in some seedy hotel room. No, it was the hospital. Good Lord, the hospital. Oh, in the hospital room. I know. She is great. And my mother goes by Amma. My nieces called her Amma when they were little, so that's her. She's a great Amma. She's a great and powerful Amma. Yes. All right, so we're done with the blue. I'm going to dry this. Your first grandson was a cone head. Well, you know, I honestly think most babies come out with cone heads, or unless you have a C-section, because, you know, there's only so much space that is, you know, you only got so much room for a little head. And if you got a baby with a big head, she doesn't have a big head. She has long toes. She got toes like my dad. They're long. Oh, that's so funny. All right, so we're drying this up. Here's our blue. This is the top of our hat. I was so excited when I got this to work because I struggle a little bit with my laser because I'm not great at it yet. You know, I needed lots more help. Hospitals look better than hotel rooms. That's true. Yeah, the other two. Oh yeah, that's why. That's why. Plus, you know, if you're in labor for like a long time, you know, I feel like your baby's sitting in the chute waiting to come out, and this poor little head is like. My son was really cone head. He was. I remember mother saying, "Oh, his head, like, I hope he's okay." Like, I hope he's okay. He was fine. He's fine. Oh, shoot. All right, for this bottom part, I'm just going to take a brush. This is a bigger area. So I'm just going to take a brush. I'm going to put another one. I don't want to get a bunch of stuff on the back of this. The other one I painted the back of it black, so it was finished. But this is Dixie Belle drop cloth. You guys know I like to use the drop cloth for my snowman because I don't want to use like stark white. I like a little bit of, I don't know, kind of gives it like a cream look. Now I'm just going to kind of gently go over the edges so it doesn't like get all the way across, or on the sides, just gently swipe across so you don't get a lot on there. Thank you, Miss Jackie. How are you? How is the UK? Haven't seen you in quite a while. I'm glad you're here today. Thank you, everybody's. Wait, today is Thursday. On Tuesday when I corrected, I said Thursday, and today's actually Thursday. But it was weird because we went to work this morning, not knowing for sure if we were going to be able to go over and see the baby. And I asked my son, and my daughter-in-law messaged me and, you know, said that, you know, when the visiting hours were and if we wanted to come. And then, but she wanted mom to come. She wanted grandma or Amma or whatever you want to call it, mother, to come with. So I messaged mother and got her out of bed. Had to get her out of bed. Now she had to get around, and then we were over there probably about, I don't know, by like maybe 10 o'clock or so. We were there for a couple hours, and then I had to come back and get my teeth cleaned. And my husband had a dental appointment as well. He had to get a filling. And here we are. So hopefully they come home. They have to be in the hospital for 24 hours from the time the baby's born. So she wasn't born until 11:39 last night. So tonight at 11:39 will be 24 hours. So you got to figure, okay, if everything goes well, now tomorrow morning or whenever, you know, the doctor rolls up in there and sees her and gets the discharge thing going, then maybe she'll get to come home. It's not frozen for you. Oh, well, I hope not. Is it frozen for anyone else? Well, Miss Lori, hate when that happens. Hello, Miss Mary. Okay, so the only thing bad about this is when you paint over it, it's kind of hard to see where your spots are, but I can kind of see from an angle. I can see the little, where it, like kind of what, engraved it or whatever that term is. I can see that. Oops. Miss Carol Roos is still running over here on the side. So we're just going to dry this up. Get that good and dry. And I don't think I even need to go over this with another coat. It's not frozen there. Good. Very windy here on an amber flood alert. Choice of living by the sea. Oh my goodness. That would be nice to live by the sea, but yeah, that would be kind of scary. Would be scary. Okay, put that away. Get this brush out of here. So we've got those pieces. So I'm just going to sit those aside for right now. And we have a little heart that goes on it, and like this little snowflake, and of course our little nose. Little nose. So on the, I guess I didn't grab it. I didn't grab my Pueblo. I'm going to use, on the nose, I'm going to put Pueblo. You guys, that's my orange, my go-to orange for pumpkins. I'm just using, if you guys wondered what I was using, I didn't even tell you. I bought this car wash sponge at Dollar Tree, and I just pull pieces off it. And when I'm doing little pieces like this, I just pull them off and use it, and then you can just throw it away. So you don't, I mean, I've had the makeup sponges and stuff, but I feel like you just pull off the little pieces of this and use it. It goes a long way. This is a huge, if you guys know those sponges, they're like, it's huge. I've used quite a bit of it. I've had it for quite a long time. So save money where you can, because everybody see the Dollar Tree prices. Do you see all the, does anybody know the method of their madness? Like I see some stuff is marked out, like they've taken the $1.25 stickers that are on it and put a red sticker over the $1.25 and it's $1.50, but not everything is. And some stuff is still $1. What did I see was still $1? I was like, I don't remember. I went there the other day and I'm like, I don't even know what I'm paying. I have no clue. I'm paying all the kind of prices. Hello, Miss Sparky Chris. How are you, friend? Paying all kinds of prices I don't even know anymore. One was $1.25, $1.50, $1. I'm like, I didn't even go into the $3 and $5 section. I'm like, some of their stuff that is honestly, to me, like their pumpkins for Halloween or just fall are so cheap looking. I'm like, I'm not paying $3 for that cheapo looking pumpkin. I'm sorry. I'll go to Walmart and pay more than that for a nicer looking pumpkin. I'm like, they're getting a little ridiculous on some of the stuff that is legit cheap. You know what I mean? Like, some of their stuff, the quality of it is just, yeah, when it was $1 like a couple years ago and now it's $3. Come on now. Come on now. Nice try. You better throw a couple more in. Hello, Miss Cheryl. I was wondering how they put red stickers on all this stuff. They saw it. That was what's funny, is some of the stuff didn't, and I was like, I didn't even ask them how they go about deciding what's what. But all right, now I'm gonna, for the heart, I'm gonna use this Anita's All-Purpose Wine, because it's a little bit like more of a barn red than a bright red. We'll see if we like this. We'll see if we like it. But yeah, I don't know what they're, I hadn't honestly been to the Dollar Tree in a long time. So I'm like, my husband and I ran in there. Oh, we went to see The Conjuring, the new Conjuring movie, last Friday when it came out. And he's like, I don't think bad of me for doing this, but you know, it is what it is. I'm sure you've all done it. But we have Poundland over here, and they have not much in there for a pound. Isn't that crazy? Ours has items up to $20. We close all Family Dollars and basically are making all Dollar Trees. Oh my gosh, $20? I guess I haven't seen that. But we, you know, like, snacks are just too expensive for movies. Like, they're ridiculous. So he's like, let's go get some snacks. So we bootleg a couple little, you know, $1.25 snacks into, you know, some Milk Duds and some Whoppers or whatever. You know what I mean? Sugar babies. Whatever. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. You gotta save where you can. Because 2 tickets at 4 o'clock on a Friday is like over $10 a piece. And we got 1 bucket of popcorn. You can refill it. So we got 1 bucket of popcorn. That was like $9. So we spent like $30 on a movie. So yeah, I'm going to go to Dollar Tree and buy some candy and put it in my purse. I even bootlegged this in my purse. I'm pretty handy. Oh, shoot. Don't turn me into the movie police, please. Don't say she's she committed a crime taking her own candy. And I remember when I was younger and I used to babysit kids and their parents would go to the movies, and I've always thought it was weird. I'm like, why are they popping like this big old like brown paper bag of popcorn and taking it to the movie theater? I'm like, they were bootlegging popcorn in there, but I don't know where they put that big old bag. No judging. I take my own candy too. Good, Melinda. I'm glad there's somebody here that does that. Hello, Miss Teddy Bear. That's what I do when I took... Oh, yeah. See, Mother did it too because it's too expensive. The grandkids all want candy. I don't know how people take their kids out to restaurants anymore. Like, people take it... We have a new Olive Garden here. People taking their whole family to the Olive Garden now. Is there a day where kids eat free at Olive Garden? I don't know. Maybe, but it's probably not Sunday or Saturday when we would go. All right, we're going to use Apple Barrel King's Gold on our snowflake. Now, you're like, gold snowflake? Well, yeah, because this is like a non-traditional snowman. Non-traditional. So, yeah. Well, that's what Blake actually, okay, so he had his bottle of water. He drinks that. What is that? Those, I don't know. We buy these big bottles of water, and he takes those, and he said, I'm taking my water in. I swear, at last Friday at 4 o'clock, we were the only ones in the theater itself. But, because I always tell them when we walk in, because we know we're the only ones in the theater because they let you pick your seats now. So they bring up the screen and they're like, you can pick, your seats. Here's the front, blah, blah, blah. And we know nobody's in there. So whenever we get to the door to walk in, I go, oh, I reserved the theater just for you, my love. 2 sodas and a popcorn. It's like $40. Yes, it's crazy. So he walks in with his bottle of water and he says to the lady, he's like, oh, I forgot to leave my water in my truck. Is it okay if I take it in? She said, well, I'm not really supposed to, but I don't really care. So he took his water in. I had my pop bootlegged in my bag because I have a big purse. I don't normally use it on a regular basis now, but I busted that bad boy out. So we put the snacks in there. I'm telling you, he had Whoppers. He had Sugar Babies. I grabbed some Werther's, like soft caramels. And I had some licorice, some like little bag of Twizzlers. And we bought the popcorn. So we had the popcorn. And when we left, we were like, refilling our popcorn. We dumped out the popcorn that was left in the thing because there's only like just a little bit at the bottom. He took it back out there. We filled it up. I put it in one of those big 2.5-gallon bag Ziplocs from the Dollar Tree, and I ate on that bag. I still have some left up there. That popcorn's good. So if you're gonna pay $10 for a bucket of popcorn, get your refill on the way out the door. I mean, I was walking out like, I got me a big bucket of popcorn. This stuff is so good. So, he has them put the butter on it, but then he goes right over to the butter machine. It's like, and he did something. He's like, I saw this on TV. He goes over and he takes a straw out of the straw thing and puts it down in the middle of the popcorn bucket and then like tries to line it up so the butter goes down through the straw into the bottom. I'm like, You have missed so much. We were talking about bootlegging snacks into the movie theater. Oh, Miss Teddy Bear. So, I haven't said her name because I'm saving that for my daughter-in-law or my son-in-law, whoever. When they post it, then that's it. But she was born last night at 11:39 p.m. She's 8 pounds, 8.0, I don't know, 8.08, 8.8, I don't know how it goes, pounds. And she's 21 inches long. She's cute as could be. She's got long toes. She's got the cute little pudgy nose. Oh, she's so cute. She's so cute. And I'm not just saying that because I am Pippi. I am Grandma Pippi. Okay, so I'm gonna take our sander. I'm gonna distress these parts. Okay, you guys know I like to do that. You are so my people. Bootleg and popcorn, is that what? Alright, I'm going to try to get anything that's going to... Got some yellow. I got to get some more sheets. I should do that today. So I didn't have time to run to the store. But somebody on the live last night or on Tuesday night was talking about getting some of that Technu for my poison ivy. The poison ivy in my arm is getting much better. It probably looks the worst because that's where it started, and it's better, but I've got it on my legs so bad. I'm on the day 2 of the prednisone, so I'm hoping that really, you know, knocks it. But when I got home from the dentist, I got some of that apple cider vinegar. I didn't have like my one friend Debbie, who lives here, who's local, she said she's used the organic kind. I'm not really sure what the difference between the regular, but I had regular, so I got that stuff out. It doesn't smell that great putting on your skin. And the dog was trying to lick, Edna was trying to lick my leg. I'm like, stop licking my leg. It's vinegar, you dingbat. So weird. You're jealous because you want a granddaughter. I thought for sure that they would have a boy, because Colin's dad, well, Colin's dad had a boy, but obviously, but that's all. We only had one kid, and he didn't have any other kids. And then all of Colin's uncles, except for his brother, his dad's youngest brother, had all boys first, right? Like, so I mean, you know, kind of goes with the flow, you know. So I really thought they would have a boy. But they get this beautiful little girl. I'm so excited. And I think it's going to be cute because EY is a dance teacher. I don't know if you guys know that, but she works at a dance studio. She was a dancer, and she works at a dance studio. And so, of course, the baby's going to be a little ballerina. I'm sure she'll be a little ballerina. Her other grandma already bought her like a little pair of toe shoes. A little tiny little set of toe shoes that she found at a thrift store. Oh shoot, you guys! I'm just wiping the dust off that. That's gonna be so stinking cute. All right, so now I gotta go in on my face here. But I gotta try to get. You have 4 grandchildren and 4 great-grandchildren and 1 on the way. It's wonderful. You've got quite a crew. Quite a crew. Mother's got. This is her first great-grandchild, but she's got how many grandchildren? 4, 5, 6, 7. I think 7. And then 7, and then with my 3 stepchildren, so she has 10. So 10. You count all of them. Count all of them, there's 10. With all of our extras that we didn't birth. My sister has a stepson, she didn't birth. I have 3. I didn't birth. Hello, Miss Amanda. My sister only birthed 1 boy, and I only birthed 1 boy. My sister wanted more children, but she unfortunately wasn't able to have more. And I only had 1 pregnancy, and that's I didn't want more back. My son's dad was one of 7, and he really did not want more than 1 kid because he just knew, he felt like he wasn't very well off growing up, and he just always felt like he wanted to be able to give Colin everything that he never had. So he didn't want to be. He was like I said, he was one of 7, and he was number 5. And you know, you get 5 kids is a lot of mouths to feed, especially when the first 3 are boys, and then you have a girl, and then you have 2 more boys, and then a girl, you know, and like, it's a lot of kids. And they just didn't have a whole lot. So that was kind of like his thing, and I kind of wish that wasn't the case. I know my son really wanted a sibling, and that's why his cousin Jasmine, my brother's oldest daughter, who's a year older than Colin, and him are close, because for the longest time, they didn't have any siblings. Now Jasmine has her dad, my brother, is remarried and has 3 girls, and then her mom got remarried and has a daughter and a son. So Jasmine has lots of siblings. And then now Colin has 3 step siblings. So, but you know, it's a little different when you have your, you know, blood relatives. Oh, I love that art. I love it. You only had I only had one child, a daughter. I have a stepdaughter. Oh my goodness, I did not know that, Miss Kathy. I didn't know you only had one daughter. I guess I never really asked you that. You just got all those grands. That's awesome. Okay, so that's all of the, okay, we got to do this one. And we can put it together. What time is it? Okay, good. We're doing good. You guys, this is a kit that I'm going to probably have for sale on my page. Now that I know how to cut, I'm going to start, you know, selling some of the little, the cute ones that I like, you know, the cute ones. Because I am making some of these for my craft show. But I'll also sell just the kit, so if anybody wants to make their own, they're kind of fun. And this isn't very difficult, like you can see. It's not like some of the kits I've bought in the past. They can be really like, oh geez, how the heck? But this one doesn't. This one's pretty straightforward. My friend's mom had 13 kids. The first 10 were girls, and the last 3 were boys. Holy moly! Does EY have siblings? Yes, she has a half sister. Who has 2 kids, and actually, her first one, she had them really close together. Like Emma, her sister's oldest is Emma. I think she's not even 2 yet. Which, you remember when Colin and EY, they miscarried prior, they would have had, that baby would have been born around the same time that Emma was born. But unfortunately, they weren't able to carry her, we said Adeline is what they named her. Emma is not quite 2 yet, but her sister just had another baby, like a month ago, and his name is Luke, I think. I can't remember what his name is. So that's her older sister. So she has 2 kids. She's married. She lives down in she's in Tennessee, and EY's parents have a house in Tennessee. So they'll go down and stay, and they'll go down like maybe one time a month or something like that, stay for a week. And you know, so it's kind of cool for them to be able to spend time there. And then she has a younger sister who's, I don't know, maybe 20, a couple years younger than her, maybe 22, something like that. All right, you guys, I'm going to take some Chalk Teak Dark Paste Wax. I'm just going to, like, you know what I do. I'm just going to do a little distressing on the edge of our little snowman here. Because, you know, I like that little distressed look. I know people don't always like dirty snowmen, but I do. I think they're so stinking cute. Your daughter had 3 kids, and my step has 1. So all came from, oh, okay, nice. 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 So yeah, we were at work this morning, and we were just going around telling everybody that, you have the baby's here, the baby. Because everybody's been like wondering, the baby's here, yes, the baby's here. You know, we've been trying to, as in like we're all together, we've been trying to have this baby since the first of, she's been trying to have this baby since the beginning of August. All right, now you can see you got a little distress there. I think I'm going to do a little bit on the heart. Yeah. I told her when she was getting frustrated, because she, you know, she thought for sure that she was measuring like a week ahead, like all along, so she thought for sure, you know, that she would have the baby. As long as something is not yellow. Wait, yeah, right? That's kind of gross. So she just, you know, in her mind, she just was like I'm measuring a week ahead. I should have this baby a week ahead, right? I told her she couldn't get frustrated because she was getting frustrated. I told her, now you can't get frustrated until you go past your due date. Then once you go past your due date, you can get frustrated. So then she goes like 10 days back. I'm like, oh Lord, I'd be really frustrated. Beyond frustrated if I was her. But it was fine. It was fine. Everything went good. And I'm not understanding. I don't think Mother heard anything or anything that there's anything that's keeping them, like she doesn't have any any conditions or anything that would make her have to stay longer, like NICU stay or anything. There was nothing Nothing that I heard that was going to prevent them from coming home tomorrow. So, I'm so excited, so excited. Not that I'm going to run right over there and bombard them because they got to get settled in. But still, they'll only be like a little ways away from me here. Which is much better than having to go all the way to Kalamazoo. Which is probably like a half-hour drive to the hospital over there. Okay, you guys. So we got to put this together. So his little hat goes on like so. Like that, okay? And I just used, now I don't even know if this is the right thing to use, but because it's got such a fine tip, it worked. It worked. It's a multi-purpose adhesive, and it's B7000. A lot of times we use B7000 for like putting gems on, you know, like because it's got this little tiny tip. But this is working really well for this kind of stuff. And it doesn't run. It takes a minute to set up, but the hot glue, you know how the hot glue is so lumpy? Like this just works so much better. So much better. So you just kind of run it along here. And it doesn't set up uber quick like hot glue. All right, so let's just set this right there. Now I'm going to kind of kick it to on an angle. And I don't really think it really matters how you know, you can put it whatever little angle, but it's kind of, there's nothing that shows like exactly where that's supposed to sit. Now the little snowflake star, whatever little thing is supposed to go like right up in here. Hello, Miss Kathy, how are you? All right, so we're gonna put this little cutie patootie up in here, this little yellow star. Snowflake. I guess it's a snowflake, but I'm calling it a star because it's yellow. Maybe this is the yellow snow mother was referring to. The little heart goes right down here, and it's kind of like right below the mouth. So you kind of I can see where the mouth is supposed to go. I'm just gonna sit that right there. It's kind of like on an angle, like so. Okay, and then we have our little wonky carrot nose, and that goes like that. Isn't that a cute hat? All right, so about right there. So my laser, I need to order. I see it's on Amazon. I've seen some people talking about it. They have a grate for the laser. So the grate in my laser is just like a straight grate. So things that like this nose, once it cuts, it falls through. And if it cuts before other pieces are cut, it falls through, and then the laser will, when it's cutting other pieces, it will hit on that, and that's why that nose has, because it'll fall down into the bottom of the pan, and it's frustrating that it does that. It's frustrating that it does it. So I found, you cute, I found on Amazon that you can buy like a honeycomb like this grate that I'm gonna buy, and then I'll use that, put that in there instead. All right, I bought these eyes. These are like little doll eyes. Now I know I've used in the past, I've used just buttons. These are really cool. These are just like, if you order them off Amazon, I think I paid like $6 for this little kit, and there's like, I don't even know how, there's a ton of eyes here, like over 100. It doesn't look like that, but there's like over 100 eyes. So I'm gonna put these, I can see where these little eyes are supposed to go, and they're wonky like this, okay? He's gonna have this like crooked, he's got the crooked all-word eye. We talked about that. That's a family thing. The old all-word eye. Okay, hold on, I lost my comments. Well, hello, Miss Bernice. How are you? Flick the eye right onto the floor. Right onto the floor. What time is it? 37. You guys, up next after me is Miss Melissa with Cornish Creations by Melissa. I haven't seen Miss Melissa in a hot second. She lives south of me here, down in Indiana. Down in Indiana. Yep, she does. I'm not quite sure what town she's in, but I know she's not too far from Shipshawana. Oh, I got a cramp in my hand. Let go of it. Let go of it. Like, I got a cramp in my hand. Whoo! Like, let go of that eye, you little... you hand? The collard greens weren't seasoned. The chocolate mousse was more like a mousse. Here's my mom's take on her lunch. Well, she's not loving her accommodations. All right, I don't think this is the size I want for the mouth. So there's all different sizes for these little eyes, and I think this is what I used. Yes, so I'm going to pull out 5 of these little doll eyes. I love these. Stinking cute. And again, you can't see it, but I can see that there's the little spots where they're supposed to go. So they're sitting right where the laser made the, like, little, he kind of engraved it in there. Isn't that stinking cute? I never do wonky, Miss Jackie. Never, never. If it's not wonky. I feel like calling it wonky means that it's an excuse, so if it looks special, it's just, it is what it is, right? All right, I'm just going to put a little dot of glue right in that space, okay? And I'm going to sit this down here. Now, what would be ideal is if when I went to the Dollar Tree the other day, I bought some tweezers because I had this big set of tweezers and I lost them. I don't know, they're here somewhere. They're hiding somewhere. But you'd be able to pick these up and place them kind of like playing Operation. But unfortunately, I got to use my big paws and just sit it on there and gently push it into place. Like so. Like so. So, you guys, we are having beautiful weather here. Ooh, it's a beautiful fall day. Oh, shuckers. I hate when that happens. Slide over there. That one flipped over, unfortunately. So it has glue on top. I'm going to have to clean it off. I have to clean it off, but I'll have to do that here in a minute. This is what happens when you don't have tweezers and you have a big paws. And I have a Band-Aid on my thumb because when I was down here painting last night, I don't know what the heck. Me and my black paint, jeez, we don't get along. But I was painting and I got a ton of black paint underneath my thumbnail. And I was trying to clean it out. And I don't know what I did, but I must have dug down and like got my like cuticle or something. And so I went and cut my thumbnail like down. Like I cut it all the way down because it was just killing me. And I had to put I was at work this morning and I asked my coworker, I'm like, do you have a Band-Aid? I thought I had a Band-Aid. I don't have one. So she gave me a Band-Aid just because it was like it needed pressure. It was hurting me so bad. I'm like, I don't know what I did to this thumb, and I'm left-handed, so I was using it. I'm like, stupid thumb. So anyway, that's my story. Sticking to it. Okay, super cute. Now wipe off your little... Not a bit of raffia. You know what? Honestly, I was thinking about using raffia with a hat, but I don't know if I can do it. I don't. You know, it gives me rage every time. I just don't know if I can do it. I might just use some of the Excelsior because, good Lord, get in there. I might just stick to that. All right, let me wipe this little eye off, and we'll shove that back in there. So we need to make a bow for our hat, right? Because every snowman needs a bow. Wonky in the world, I was describing the bad wheel on the bow. Shoving her to some yellow. You know what? Every flipping time I go to Walmart, do they have a car at Walmart that isn't wonky? Either the wheel is flinging, it's doing the gangster lean and it's flinging, or it's read. And what happened? No, no, because that'd be more like a scarecrow. What happened to all of Walmart's little carts? They used to have the little carts, like, you know, at Target they have little carts, and our little farmer's market up here has little carts. What happened to the little carts? They used to have little carts, and then all of a sudden the little carts are all gone. I wonder if all the homeless people in our town took the little carts and they're strolling around the streets. I don't know. Because where did all the little carts go? They didn't just up and disappear. They're gone. They don't have one little cart left at that store. I don't know. Oh, the twines are literally right here. Literally right in front of my face. I don't know. That was just my complaint for today. Carts for as much money as groceries are. And I went to Walmart 2 days ago, or did I go last night? I might have went last night. I go up to the self-checkouts. All the self-checkouts are offline. Now, they may have had 2 cashiers. This was probably like, I don't know, 5 o'clock last night. No, 6 o'clock maybe. No, maybe it was even later. It might have been 7. I don't even know. Okay, you guys, we're going to start out with some of this yellow striped material. All the self-checkouts were offline. So both ends of the Walmart that have the self-checkouts, like the one side has a bunch of them and then the other end has like, I don't know, 4. All of them said offline. And then I'm just looking around like, okay, geniuses, what do you do now? What do you do now? So apparently this, I call him a goober because he comes down and he's like, okay, everyone, just so you know, we just rebooted and they're going to come back up. It might take a minute. And I'm like, you ever think we don't have a minute? You ever think we don't have a minute to sit here and wait for your system to decide to come back up? But it did. It did, but I was just like, are you kidding me? Like, all right, you guys, look at this. Sunflower. So this is kind of like it's just a little bit different kind of a snowman. He's not the traditional. He's a blue hat, in his blue hat, and he's gonna have some sunflower. So he's kind of channeling his inner scarecrow. He's channeling his inner scarecrow with some sunflowers. All right. I only had a few pieces of this left, but I love this material. Yeah, one time our Walmart had little carts. They did. Because it always seemed like the little carts, they always took them to the end with like, not the grocery end. Like they figured, oh, everybody needs groceries, so they're, you know. But like our Meijer, it's just another grocery store chain here. Meijer has the little carts. I love their little carts. And they're nice too. I don't know what they did with them. I don't know. The other day somebody posted on that Nosy A's page that somebody had I think it was a woman. I don't know. It was a woman who was in the cart with a dog collar on. And people were like, this lady's walking her, or this man brought his dog to the store and put her in the cart or something like that. And it was a female. It was a woman. It wasn't a dog. I'm like, people were like, you're not supposed to put animals in the cart. And we're all like, look at the picture. It's a person. It's not a dog. They're being funny like she had a dog collar on. The freaks don't just come out at night. The freaks come out all day long in this town. Lordy be. Okay, one more piece of yellow. It was crazy. Oh, shoot. Guys, I didn't get much sleep last night, so I'm really running on fumes here. Like, I was awake till, I think it was 10:30ish, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna put my phone down, but I'm gonna have the ringer on just in case, or, you know, like the sound on, so if they call or whatever, or they text me, I'll hear it, right? And then I didn't hear anything, and then I woke up at like 1 with the dogs and let them out, and then okay, one more piece of sunflower on the top, and then you know, I talked to my daughter-in-law's mother for a little bit, just texting with her, and then at 3:15 my son sent the picture, and I was like, yay, everything's okay, I can go back to sleep. And then before you know it, the alarm's going off at 5 o'clock for my husband to get up, and I'm just like, whoa, that was a great night. That was great. How are the neighbors? Did he come back? Didn't he come back? Oh, you mean the Cruella? Oh, geez. Blake said the other day, we've been mean to her all along. We shouldn't be mean because she's really nice, and now I feel guilty. And I think the biggest thing with Cruella, I still call her Cruella because that's just what I've always called her. I think the biggest thing with Cruella is that there's a language barrier because they are Hispanic, and I think she doesn't speak very good English, but the universal sign for hi, just wave your hand. I mean, she would just look and then look away. But I think she didn't want to make eye contact because she didn't want to have any interaction, I think. But last week sometime, we had two neighbors out here. We had the guy across like diagonal from us who was coming over to get to tell us that he caught the three of those hoodlums that broke into the Jeep, the guy's Jeep down the street, right across from his house, on camera, and he had called the police and, showed them the footage so they would know that they caught, got somebody on camera. And then the neighbors across the street are an older retired couple as well, and they were out in the driveway too. Well, she comes out to leave, and she kind of pulls up. She pulls out of her driveway and just kind of pulls up and kind of motions to my husband, and he walked over there, and he's like, she was just wondering what was going on, why we were all out in the driveway. So he's like, oh, Kelly, she's really nice. Now I feel horrible. I'm like, whatever. She was giving our dogs the look. She was giving our dogs the look. Oh, no, and actually her husband is a super sweet guy. Oh, that's going to be so cute. Super sweet guy, and he put new brakes on my car last week. I mean, I bought the parts and I paid him, but he's like really handy like that. He works on cars like every weekend. I mean, he's got a side hustle. Brakes are expensive, and he hooked me up, and Mother and my cousin and my aunts, and we're all going up to the UP in a couple weeks. I needed new brakes. We weren't going to make it. We might have launched off the Mackinac Bridge. I might not have been able to stop. We might have went over the side. Hate that bridge. And I'm driving. Oh, God. Well, I mean, I think so. Maybe I'll let my cousin drive or when we get that far. I don't know. It's like 6 hours to my cousin's cabin in the UP. It's going to be fun, though. It's going to be fun. Okay, guys, look. Oh, my gosh. Isn't he adorable? Oh, I just love it. I love it. Okay, now I got to get some green. We got to still add some greenery in here. Just because he has sunflower on his hat doesn't mean he's not Christmas. He's Christmas, y'all. He's Christmas. There, I put in some southern drawl there for all my southern friends. Y'all. We don't say y'all up here. And if somebody does say y'all, they've usually lived in the South for some time. I have a good friend who, her husband was in the military, her ex-husband. He gone. She's remarried to a wonderful man. That guy was a creep. It was a creep. Anyway, she was born and raised here, like down the road here, and she will forever have her little southern twang. She hasn't lived in the South in decades, but she still rocks the lingo. The lingo. That's what we call it. The lingo. She rocks it. Right. This is just some. I don't even remember. I think I got this at an estate sale, but I think it's cool because it's really soft. Just pluck a few pieces and put in there. Mine couldn't, but be just brave because I had to. Oh yeah, Miss Dawn. That's exactly what happened. We needed the pads replaced, right? Okay, pads. And then my husband also got, when he went to the store, he also got rotors, because I guess they say if you change your pads, you really should change the rotors, because we got that car in like 21 and it's a 16, so that baby's almost 10 years old, and I don't even have 100,000 miles on it yet, which is awesome because I'm just about ready to pay it off. So I'm like, sweet, this baby's gonna last me. All right, I'm gonna kind of turn that one a little bit like that. Oh, look at him. Look at him. Ah, I love it. Okay. So, let's see if I like that. Maybe I'll turn it like that. There, I kind of like it like that better. Over to the side instead of kind of curly wonky. So we got the rotors as well. So he did that. He took off the, he did the ones and he came over, he rang the doorbell and came over and he said the calipers broke on the one. So I had brakes, rotors, and the caliper. I think I spent just at like AutoZone. Well, I think it was $460 and then like 112. Yeah. So I think I paid, well, my husband put it on his credit card and then I just paid him. It was like $560 just for the parts. Yeah, just for the parts. Hello, Mr. Wayne. How are you, friend? Yeah, just for the parts. Crazy. Yes. And then today I get a notice from Lincoln. There's a recall. There's a recall on my car. But they want to go ahead and recall it a part, or, you know, it's on, of course it's on the brakes. It's not the brakes, it's like a brake line. You know, like that. Like, you don't need that or anything. But they're like, well, unfortunately, they don't even have the part. So you can't take it to, you can't really take it to get it fixed yet because they don't even have the part. They're not even providing the part to the dealership yet. I'm like, yeah, you all are just nuts. Okay, there's a blue button we're going to put up here on our little star, our snowflake. I don't know, I keep calling it a star, but it's like, this is an ode, this snowman is an ode to our Wolverines. Our Wolverines that need as much help as they could get. No, actually, I think they're going to be really good, though. What the heck is Wagadude? Wagadude. Anybody ever heard that? So cute. We're in Michigan colors. Yes, isn't it cute? I think it's. That's why I thought if I could find one of these, the similar kind of one that has I think I'm gonna maybe put a yellow button in the middle of that. That has like a snow or a scarecrow. If I could find a scarecrow, like that same kind of like wonky hat, because this could totally be a scarecrow. If I had a nose, I don't know if I could do that. How much time do we have left? Oh, we got 5 minutes, you guys. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Oh, I didn't put any Excelsior in it. That's okay. We don't need that. I'm gonna try to find a good kind of a. That might be a good one. Oh, I like that one. I'm gonna put that in there. Put that in there like so. That's a pretty butt. Put that in the center of our stinking cute little bow. Isn't this cute? So I showed you when I started what the kit will come with. The heart, the snowflake, the nose, and the hat piece, and then the full piece. I just cut these last night, so I have no clue what I'm going to sell these for or anything, but you can make your own. Now I want to put one more thing. I think my husband's like trying to get my attention, but I don't know why he's yelling at me while I'm prepping. I don't know why he's doing that. You could make the other side of this. Oh my gosh, that'd be cute, wouldn't it? Yeah, I just got to figure out a nose, like for the. I suppose I could always just cut one. Like, I mean, I find. All right, I have this little heart button. I think these came off Temu, and I put one of these on the other one, and I'll show you the other one. Got just a couple minutes, you guys. Miss Melissa, is Miss Melissa up next? Miss Krista, I think she's supposed to be up next. When I was on the other day, Miss Sandy was after me, but she was having technical issues, and I don't think she ever was on. So I'm like, last I knew, yeah, the twofer is a good idea, isn't it? All right, I'm just gonna hit this with some blue paint real quick, and if I don't get it dried in time, I will put it on and I'll take a picture and show you. But I want to show you the one I did last night, my original. See, I had to. When I do these kind of things, I have to do one before I do live. Do a candy corn cut out with his nose. I say, yes. I think if I really study my laser, because I had to call the laser company yesterday because my subscription had expired, and I was like, what's going on? And I didn't realize it expired, but the lady on the phone was so nice. She gave me 6 months more because I hadn't used it. And I was like, I mean, I was real. I was like, I didn't realize it was going to expire like that quick, you know? And she's like, but I give you another 6 months. And I was like, well, bless your heart. Bless your heart. She did. She gave me 6 more months. So I was happy about that. And then she showed me there's like AI features in the software, because I just did a software update on it too. And I was like, ooh, don't burn me. Yes, I'm super excited now that I kind of know what I'm doing. A little bit. Don't get too crazy now. I've only done one thing. Only done one little thing. Now, what I'm going to do on here probably is what I did with the other one, is I did put some rub and buff on here just to, highlighting some of this. Let me show you the other one, you guys, because my time is just about up. You totally lost track of time. Just got the baby girl. Oh, there's EY, you guys. Okay, here's the one I made last night. Here's the OG one. So I used the same drop cloth on here, but obviously I made the hat black. I used drop cloth on that, and I just kind of, on the hearts down here, I just took some rub and buff and put on there, and then I made that cute little tag. You feel like you can't see his eyes very well, but you can. And they stinking cute. Yes, EY's on. There's the mommy. There's the mommy. We're almost done, EY. We're almost out of time. We're almost out of time. She's resting because, you know, she has to rest when the baby rests, because, you know, what else are you going to do in that hospital? What else are you going to do? So you guys, make sure if you're not in the Stand Tall crafting group that you get in there and join it. Miss Krista has events on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So yeah, I'm just putting a little rub and buff on that little heart down there. It's stinking cute. I think this turned out so adorable. You guys, it is just about 5 o'clock. I am going to sign off because Miss Melissa is up next with Cornish Creations by Melissa. So refresh the Stand Tall crafting page and go check her out. Thank you guys so much. Have a great night. Bye-bye.